For the first time in your life, you've actually built momentum in the right direction, and your weight loss journey so far is going flawlessly. Amazing. You swapped out all the junk food for a nice, clean, whole foods diet. You probably never even knew what an orange tasted like, but now you're having 2 of them. You don't typically enjoy these types of foods. You find them bland, but you've just accepted that, oh, this is how I'm going to have to eat if I want to see the results. I'm going to have to eat like this. That's fine. And you've been doing really well. You stuck to this diet for a while now. You've been consistent. You've even swapped out all the cans of Coke, all the fizzy drinks for water. You love fizzy drinks, and it was difficult to quit. But you did it. You're actually seeing some progress now. And it's not just that. It's not just the diet. You've been going to the gym. You've been working out. Anytime it's been blocked out in your calendar, you've made sure that you've dragged yourself, even when you didn't feel like it. Because again, you realize that this is what it's going to take. You're going to have to do these things, even when you don't feel like it, to achieve the result. And again, you've been doing amazing with that. You've not missed a workout in weeks. You've been consistent. You're building momentum in the right direction. You're stacking evidence for this new version of you, this new self-image that you're trying to develop. You know that actions are the things that will help you develop that self-image and transition you into that person. You're stacking evidence in the right direction. You feel fulfilled. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you feel happy. You actually feel proud of yourself. You're like, you know what? I can make the change because I've been doing it. If I just continue down this path, I will see the end goal. And you can't even think about going to the old version of yourself because you've got a taste of this new version, this new healthier version of yourself. You don't even want to go back to that old version. You can't bear even the thought of it because you've got a taste of this new life that you could actually be living. This new, healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. And you want to continue down this path. Amazing. But let me tell you right now, all of this is amazing work. You're building momentum. You're doing really well. You're being consistent. But let me tell you right now, there will be a day when the inevitable slump occurs. You're going to wake up one day and you won't feel like doing any of the good habits that you've been doing for a while now. Not a single one of them. You're going to look at clean food and think, no, fuck all that. I'm eating whatever the hell I want today. And you're going to go back to eating all the junk food. You're going to have a full-on cheat day. And this may continue for quite some time. You may have even had a stressful day at work. And you come home. You're supposed to go to the gym. But you let the emotions get the better of you. You're stressed out. You're sad. You're tired. So you say, fuck it. I'm just going to sit at home and watch Netflix instead. And I'll make up for it tomorrow by going to the gym tomorrow. But then what happens? You don't go tomorrow. And this spirals into more days. And I don't care what journey you're on right now. I don't care whether it's weight loss, business, whatever the hell you're trying to achieve. This day is going to arrive. It doesn't matter how good you feel right now. This slump is going to arrive. I do not care who you are. I don't care how disciplined you think you are. This day is going to arrive and it's going to hit you hard. It's just a fact of life. This slump will occur. Whatever goes up must come down. And you're going to feel it. But the real mistake here, it's not this slump, because if it's inevitable, it's not a mistake. The real mistake is letting this day spiral into weeks and months and then years. Letting one single day of junk food spiral into weeks and months. This is what the real mistake is for so many people. And why does this happen? Why do they go down this dark path? Because they lack perspective. Your skewed perception of progress is the reason why you relapse and you go down this dark path again. And your number one goal needs to be stopping this spiral. And let me just lay out what you think the journey actually looks like, okay? So this is you on the path, making progress. So this is the start, this is you, and this is you trying to get to the end goal here, okay? Let's say you're just trying to get huge. So this is you making your journey, la 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 la, doing so well, doing great. And then you have a day where you binge out all day. Okay? What happens here now is, because you're obsessed with streaks, usually you've tied a streak to this clean diet. So let's say you've been on a 32-day streak. When you fuck up and you ruin your streak, ruin your 32-day streak, in your mind, it's psychologically going to fuck you up. This is why I'm so against streaks when trying to completely shift your lifestyle. Because now what happens is you think this one single day has reset you back to fucking zero and you've had to start again because of this obsession with streaks. Oh, I'm back on day 0 now. I've killed my streak. I'm back on day 0. And then what happens? You try again. Okay, I'm back on day 0. Let me go again. La 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 la. Oh, I fucking missed a workout and I binged out on the same day. I reset my streak back to fucking 0 again. This is how so many people think. This is your lack of perception. This is your skewed perception, my bad. And then you never actually reach the goal because of this. You then act like, oh, I ruined everything. Let me start again. And then this discourages you. And it's usually a lot harder to get back and gain momentum again. Because when you've reset your streak, it's like, oh, I'm starting from 0. What's the fucking point? You start questioning everything. And then you even, you lay off for another week or 2, another month. You just fuck it all off. You continue with the bad habits again. And then something snaps in you. Oh, I need to get back on it. And you've lost all momentum. And it's so much more difficult to get back into motion and into the routine of things again. And this is all because of your skewed perception of progress and your obsession with streaks. This is why you spiral down this path again and again. And this is why you've been down this loop, this negative loop for God knows how long. You might have been down this for years. It's because of this right here. I'm telling you right now. You become discouraged and then you think, oh, I've reset it. I need to start again. Oh, I've started again. But you're failing to realize you don't actually start again. It doesn't work like that. And unknowingly, for some people, they let this spiral continue. They have this all or nothing mindset with their fitness journey just so they have an escape later on. And I call it the escape hatch. This is when it gets difficult, they let everything spiral just so they can go running back to their old self. And they use this as an escape. They use this as an excuse. They mess up one day and they think, oh, I told you I wasn't committed enough. I just can't do it. And then they escape back to their old self. And you may be thinking, why would a person do that? You don't understand how much your brain actually loves familiarity and comfort. It will do anything. It will convince you to do anything to go running back to comfort and familiarity. It will convince you in the best way possible. Your brain knows you the best and it will do everything it can for these two things. So just you knowing this piece of information as well, just you labeling, having a label for that is enough for you to foresee it and stop it from happening. So when you find yourself, okay, I've messed up one day. If you fuck up one day, you can just say, okay, I'm not going for the escape hatch. Just you saying that and acknowledging it is enough for you to stop the spiral from continuing. Just being aware and saying, okay, I'm not looking for the escape hatch. I'm not looking to go back to the old version of myself. I don't give a shit. I'm going to, okay, I've fucked up. I'm still going to continue. And this is how you do it. So this is the simple reframe that you need to adopt in your life to actually stay on the path and avoid going backwards. You need to be going forwards. And this is how you do it. It's a very simple concept, okay? So firstly, You need to understand that logic is your best friend when trying to achieve a certain goal. Emotion is the thing that's always going to pull you back. The reason for your shortcomings are your emotions. It's as simple and straightforward as that. If you operate through logic at all times, you will achieve your goals. But if you operate with emotion, you won't ever make any real progress, because the moment you feel discouraged, the moment you have some self-doubt, the moment you feel a certain emotion throughout the day, you'll relapse and you'll go back to your old habits. Logic is the way you move forward. And of course, everyone's prone to emotion. I'm not saying to turn your emotions up, but if you could, you'd achieve your goals with so much less friction. It'd be so much easier. But we can't all just turn our emotions off, but you can try. Just being aware of it is enough to help you. So you want to operate off logic. So I'm just going to break down logically what the path looks like so I can try and fix your perspective on progress and just change your entire perspective. All right. So this is you trying to get to the goal. So let's say this is you, and the end goal is here. Okay, so as we talked about before, this is what you usually think, like, okay, I'm going, fucked up, I reset. But it doesn't really work like that. This is what it actually works like. So you're making progress, you've got some momentum, you're doing well, and then you run into an issue here. You don't reset. You need to start thinking of it like this. All that happens is you drop off slightly. You're still ahead, but you've dropped off slightly. And your goal now is to just rebuild the bridge so you can continue towards the goal. So you fucked up. You've had a bad day here. You don't let that spiral. You just clean up after yourself and you rebuild the bridge and you continue down the path. You don't reset. You just continue. Lay the next brick. Oh, I've run into an issue again. I've messed up. Okay. I've just fallen below. I've not fallen backwards. I've just fallen below. Not back, just below. And then you do the same thing again. And your goal here is now to rebuild these bricks as efficiently as possible. So when you go through one of these slumps, you just need to reduce the time that you remain in these slumps. That is the main goal that everyone should have. Because if the slumps are inevitable, the only thing we can do is reduce the times that we spend in those slumps. So build the brick again and continue towards the goal. That is it. You do not move backwards because you still have the experiences. You still have the knowledge that you've gained. You're still ahead than you were before. You've just fallen below slightly. You've just lost some momentum and you've slumped. That's all it is. You just need to rebuild the bridge and continue down the path. It's like this. Imagine if you were on a construction team and you'd been building a bridge for some months now, and then you've faced an issue here. You've run out of material or whatever it is. You've run out of material. Some of the bricks are misaligned. And then your manager comes in and tells you, fucking destroy the whole bridge and start again. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? We can just fix the issue here and continue. That is how you need to operate. Do not just don't just destroy the bridge completely. Don't destroy the bridge. Just rebuild parts of the bridge to get to the end goal. You don't need to destroy the whole fucking thing because that's what you've been doing for God knows how long. Do not destroy the whole bridge. Just continue where you are and rebuild it. That is how you make progress. That is how you get to the end goal.